Hello everyone, this is the fourth week of the 3-month data analyst roadmap, and today we are going to work on MS Excel dashboard, where we will be working on sales data set to clean the data set and analyze it, and after that at the end we will be designing a dashboard that you can see in my back. So without any further ado, let's begin. So you can see that this is a sales data set. You might have seen this before in the other videos as well. We have different columns in this data set like order ID, date, product, category, purchase price, sale price, profit, quantity, order status, delivery date, delivery time, delivery cost, revenue, salesperson, customer name, gender, age, state, and country. And there are some questions that we need to answer using this data set. The questions are listed in this sheet. The first question is that we need to show top 3 best products by revenue. Then we need to show average delivery time in days for each product. Then we need to show total revenue by month, show top 5 states by quantity of items purchased, show which age group has the most purchase. So we cannot answer all the questions because it will make the video very lengthy, but we will try to answer a few of them so we can use them for the dashboard design. So let's move on to the sales. First of all, before analyzing the data set, we need to perform the data cleaning and transformation. So let's do data cleaning and transformation first. So for the data cleaning purpose, let me add a filter here and then check every column separately to see whether we have any problems in the values of the column or not. So the first column is order ID. You can see that all the values are proper order IDs and there is no problem. So let's see date. In this column, all the dates are in the proper format. We can see that all the dates belong to 2022, so it's okay. Let's check product. We have jeans, laptop, refrigerator, sandals, smartphones, sneakers. I think there is a problem in sandals. You see that we have 2 names for sandals. One is sandals with correct spelling and another is sandals with double S. So let's remove the sandals with double S and replace it with sandals with the correct spelling. Let me click OK. Select this entire column. Control H so we can see the find and replace window pop up. We want to find sandals with double S and replace it with sandals with single S at the end. So let me replace all, and it says that there were 2 problems and they are corrected now. Let me close this. Now let's see again. So we have 1 sandals and that's fine. Click OK. Let's check category. In category there is no problem. There are 5 categories, so we can see that there is no problem there. In the purchase price, all the values should be integer and they should be numerical values. There should not be anything missing or any words there. So we see that all the values are in the proper format. Click OK. Let's check sale price. No problem there. Click OK. Check profit. No problem. There is 0 because the order was cancelled. So whenever the order is cancelled, the profit and revenue are 0. Let's check quantity. There is no issue in the quantity as well. Check order status. We have 2 status, delivered and cancelled, no problem. Let's check delivery date. So we have deliveries in 2022 and 2023, that's fine. Check delivery time. So no problem, 1 to 7 days. Delivery cost, no problem there. Revenue, no issues. Check gender. Oops, in gender we see some problems. We see F, female, M, male and women. So I think we need to align all the values in this column. So I think male and female would be fine, or M and F, whatever you prefer, but I prefer male and female. So let's replace F with female, M with male and women with female. If I select the entire column and replace F with female, then you can see that in female we also have an F. So that will also be replaced with female, and we will have something like this, female and email. So we don't want to do this. Let me Ctrl Z this, and I do not want to select the entire column. I want to filter this for F click OK, and I only want to replace these values, so I can say female, control enter, they are replaced. Then so the F is now not there, we have removed F and replaced it with female. Let's filter M, OK, and replace this with male. And let's filter women and replace it with female. So let's clear filter and see the values. So now we only have male and female there. Click OK. Let's see age. So we have age starting from 16 and going till 65, so there is no issue. Let's check country. We have only one country, United States. That's okay, there is no problem. Now we have cleaned the data set and we have a proper sales data set now. After that, let's work on data transformation. For example, I want to transform this date column to months. I only want to see months there. We can have two columns, one for date and one for months, because later on I will be doing some data analysis, and I think there is a question where we have been asked to show a revenue by month. So we need month name here. So let me right click here, insert a column to the left, rename it to month, and let's extract month from this date column. Now we can see that in month column we can add month and we can extract it from this date column. We can use text function of MS Excel to extract month name from the date column. So let me add the text function, equal text. Let me select this date, comma, double quotes. Let me add M twice. If I add it twice, I will see the month number here. Like for August I have 08, but I don't want to see it like this. So let me double click to edit this and add another M to see short form of the month name. If I press enter, now we have the month names here. So I think this is fine. Let me select the entire column values, copy and paste them as values to remove the function. One more transformation I want to add is at the end after the age column, because we cannot do analysis based on this age for every person. So we will need to transform this to some age category or age group column. So let me add another column to the right of age, and this time we need to extract age group from this age column, and we need if and functions to do this. So I think we need to add only 3 categories. For the ages that are above 50, we need to add a category like seniors or elders or something like that. And for the ages like between 30 and 50, we can say they are middle-aged people, and below 30 they are youngsters. So let's add these categories to age group column. It means add the function equal sign ifs. We can add if, but here because we have multiple conditions, let me add ifs. Ifs is used in the same way like if, but here we can add multiple conditions. So open parentheses, and here it shows that we can add logical test, and after that we can add a value. If that test is true, then this value will be printed or added to this column. So I will say that look for this age value. If that is greater than 50, add, for example, senior here. So the people who are greater than 50, we can add them to the category seniors, comma. After that we can add another logical test, and this time we do not have one condition like here we had for age greater than 50. Here we need to add 2 conditions, like for the age that is greater than 30 and less than or equal to 50. They are middle-aged. So we have 2 conditions. One should be greater than 30 and another should be less than or equal to 50. So 2 conditions. For adding 2 conditions, we have a function AND that we have seen before. So let me add AND and define 2 conditions in AND. I will say look for this age value which should be greater than 30, comma, the same age value should be less than or equal to 50. So for the ages between 30 and 50, The category should be defined as middle-aged. And after that, add another comma to add another logical test 3. And this time I am looking for the age. If that is less than 31 or less than or equal to 30, we can add it in 2 ways. Then the value should be younger or young or whatever you prefer. So let me add another double quotes. Let's close parentheses, and if I press enter, we have these categories added. Like for people who are between 30 and 50, they are called middle-aged. People who are less than 30 or less than 31, they are younger. And people who are over 50, they are called senior. So we defined 3 categories successfully. Let me again select the entire column values, copy and paste them as values. Now they are values and not functions. I think only these 2 transformations are necessary and we added them. We do not need to add more transformations. If we needed, then we could add them as well. So let's move on to the data analysis and answer the questions. If you are still with me, please like this video, share this video, leave your comment in the comment section, and make sure you subscribe to the channel so you do not miss any future videos. So the first question is that we need to show top 3 products by revenue. So let's go to sales, and we can achieve this using pivot tables that we have seen in the previous video as well. So let's click anywhere in this table, go to insert and click on insert pivot table. This will select this entire data set, and because we have not given this data set a name, so by default MS Excel gives it a name of table 1. So this says that we have selected table 1. Do you want the pivot table to be in the new sheet or in the existing worksheet? I want it in the new sheet. Let me click OK, and here we are. Now it added the first pivot table to this sheet 1. So the question is, we need to show top 3 products by revenue. So we can drag this product to the rows. Okay, it will show all the products, and let's add revenue to the values section. Now we have product and revenue. So let's rename the columns. Let me format the values, select all, go to home and click this comma separator, remove the decimal points. Okay, so we have this. Now we need to show only 3 products, not all the products. So let me right click on this product, go to filter and click top 10. Instead of top 10, we need only top 3. So let me add 3, click OK. And now we have top 3 products. Laptop is on top, then we have jeans, and then we have watch. So let me right click on any value here in the revenue column and go to sort largest to smallest. I want to see the top one on top, then the second top and the third top. So we have this pivot table created. Let's add a pivot chart as well, because at the end we will be adding a dashboard. Go to pivot table, analyze, click pivot chart, and for this chart I think the column chart is the best one. Click OK. We have this chart. Let's design this. Remove the fields. Okay, remove legend, we do not need that. Remove grid lines. Okay, and we have this section as well. So let's add a title. So let's rename the sheet. Let's go to question number 2. Show average delivery time in days for each product. So for each product we need to show the average delivery time. Let's go to sales again and insert another pivot table, and this time again we need to drag product to the rows section and average delivery time in days. Let's drag it to the values. So this is showing the sum of delivery time, but we do not need sum, we need average. Click average from the value field settings, click OK. Now it shows average. Let's add a pivot chart. Let me close this. Let's go to the third question. It says that show total revenue by month. Okay, let's go to sales again. Click the table and click insert. Go to pivot table, click OK. And now we need to show the revenue by each month. So we added this month column for this purpose. Let me drag month to the rows. So we have from January to December, and let's add revenue here. Okay, revenue for each month. That's looking good and it's very easy. Let me close this pivot table field section. Go to pivot table, analyze, click pivot chart. For a data set like this that we have value for each month, or if there are values for quarters, we can add this line chart which suits the best for this type of data sets. So let me click line and select a variation of this like this one. Click OK. So this is looking very good. Let's go to another question that says show top 5 states by quantity of items purchased. Okay, let's go to sales. Now let's click anywhere in the table, go to insert tab, click pivot table, click OK, and this time we need by state revenue and we need only top 5 states. So let's drag state to the rows, revenue to the values, and that's it. Now we need to sort them. So right click anywhere in the state, go to filter, click top 10, and instead of top 10 we need top 5 states. Click OK, select this range, or right click anywhere here, go to sort and sort largest to smallest. So we have Atlanta on top, then Houston, then Washington DC, and so on. So this is also done. Let's close this field section, go to pivot table, analyze, insert pivot chart, and for showing the top states we can either select the column chart, we can select pie chart as well, and bar chart as well, but this time I want to add this bar chart. Now this is looking good. So it says show which age group has the most purchase. So by purchase we can say that let's see which age group has brought more revenue to the business. So let me click sales again, go to insert, pivot table, click OK, and now this time we need age group. We needed to add this age group for this specific question. So let me drag this to the row section. We have 3 categories: seniors, middle-aged, and younger. And now let's drag revenue to the value section. That's it. So this question is also answered. Let me close this section, go to pivot table, analyze. And this time I think the pie chart would be the best to add here. Let me click OK. We can add any variations of the pie chart, but I think this one looks good. Click OK. If I check the data labels, it will add values to the chart, but I don't need values this time. I think we need to add the percentage. So let me click this arrow and go to more options. It says values. Let me check percentage. So we can see the percentage and then uncheck the value. That's it. Let me close this section. Now they are selected and we see that we cannot see it properly. So let's format the values. Go to home, increase the size and change the color to white, bold this, and now we can see all the values properly. So we answered the top 5 questions in this video. I will leave the other 5 questions for you so you can practice on them. So you need to use the same data set and answer the rest of the 5 questions. I'm leaving this for you. Now that we have answered 5 questions and we added pivot tables, we analyzed the data, and we added pivot charts as well, let's move on to the next section and work on a dashboard. So for adding the dashboard, let me insert another sheet to the right and rename it. Let me call it dashboard. So for designing a dashboard, that's up to you. You can add any type of designing, any type of colors, but I prefer this theme that I will use in this video. So let me go to view, and first of all I want to remove the grid lines. So I have this white screen here and white sheet. Let me add the title on top. Let me decrease the zoom size. Okay, that's looking good. Let's merge all these selected cells for the title, and let me increase the height like this. Let's say this is ABX store. So now this is looking good. Let's bring the first chart, that was top 3 products. Right click on this, copy, and let's move it to the dashboard. Let me paste it here. Remember that your dashboard needs to be interactive. So for making the dashboard interactive, we need to add slicers. So click on this chart, go to pivot table, analyze, and here we have an option for inserting slicer. Let me click slicer, and we need to add slicers for making the dashboard interactive and making and giving the dashboard the ability to be filtered by clicking any of these options. So let's see, for example, I want to add a category slicer, a salesperson slicer. I want to see by salesperson, that which salesperson has made how many sales, and then I want to add by gender, or we can add by state as well. Click OK. Okay, so we moved the slicers to the left and we added the first chart here. Let's copy the other charts as well. Let's go to average delivery, right click, click copy and go to dashboard, paste it here. So this is looking good. Let's go to another one and let's add this pie chart. Let's copy this. Okay, go to dashboard, click here and paste it there. So we can see that the values or the percentages that we see in this pie chart, that their size is very big. So let's decrease the size. So I'll select this, go to home menu and decrease the size. Let's now bring this revenue by month, copy, go to dashboard, click somewhere here and paste it. And let's bring the top 5 states, right click, copy, go to dashboard and paste it here. Now let's see if we can filter these charts or this entire dashboard by clicking anywhere in the slicers. So let me click accessories, let's click this salesperson, and this is only updating the first chart, not all the charts, because we inserted these slicers by clicking this first chart. So what we can do is to connect all the charts to these slicers. So let me click the first slicer, which is category, and move to the slicer tab, click report connection from there, or we can right click on the slicers and click report connections. So let me click report connections, and here we can see in this new window that only one chart is selected for this slicer. Let's select all of them and click OK. Now let's click anywhere in this category and we can see that all the charts are connected properly and they are being updated by clicking the slicer. So let's remove the filter and let's repeat the same process for all the slicers. Now let's test them. Click on any state and yes, this is updating all the charts properly. Click on salesperson and yes, all the charts are properly connected to this. So this was the process for designing a dashboard, and you saw that we designed an interactive dashboard. We added filters, we brought charts, and we can add as many charts to this dashboard as we want. So I think for this example we added 5 charts and they are more than enough. Now you need to design a dashboard similar to something like this that we saw in this video, and you need to report this on LinkedIn so we can see your results. Now as data analysts, we need to provide insights from this dashboard and this analysis to the ABX store or business so they can target people and products for increasing their sales. So let's move on to the insights. As we can see in this dashboard that the most sold products are laptop, jeans and watch, and the people who are buying these things are from the middle-aged, from 30 to 50, and the top 5 states are Atlanta to Chicago. So let's add these insights to our insights section. Let's move on to the insights tab and let's add the first insight here. The second insight is so in the third insight, let's say that so these are the 3 insights that we provided to this ABX store business. We can add as many insights as we want, but I added these 3 for example, so I can show to you that how to extract insights from your analysis. So in this video, we started from the sales data set. We answered some questions. First of all, we cleaned the data, we transformed the data. After that, we started with analysis and answered the questions that we were asked. Then we added pivot charts for each analysis that we did, and we developed a proper interactive dashboard where we have slicers and filters. After designing the dashboard, we got some insights from the dashboard and our analysis, and we provided our insights to the ABX store business. Make sure you answer the remaining 5 questions that I have left for you, and you do proper analysis. After that, you design your own dashboard and show it on LinkedIn. Do not miss this. You must show your progress on LinkedIn so everyone can see. Make sure you tag me there, you mention me, so I can also see your work. Thanks for watching.
It's not a game, it's a rich